Hi, everyone. I'm in right now. Just Jesse's in. We've got actually since this is makeup, but before we get started, I'm not prepared them. But why don't each of you say a little bit about your channel? I do have your links down in the description so people can check you out.
Thank you.
Janelle, you want to go first?
Hi guys, I am Janelle Dean from The Whole New World. I do a lot of Disney content. My content kind of based off of like hauls. I do like Funkos. I'm into Funkos now. Thank you, Caitlin and Josh. I'm gonna be blaming all of you guys for all of that business. I also do Loungefly bag reviews, Loungefly hauls if I get any Loungeflies. And I'm working on some new Disney bones. So come to visit my channel for all that fun stuff.
So hi, I'm Caitlin. My channel is Caitlin Christine. I do like a weird Mod Podge of things. Like I do Funkos. I do Loungefly. I have like way too many Loungefly than I'd like to admit. So that's my main thing. I do like a Funko live stream every week. And I'm working on doing like some Disney history content. I don't have any out, but if y'all are into that, that's coming. And then I started doing Plan With Me. So I just kind of have a weird mix of Disney things. That's me.
Okay, so pretty much just like the usual streams, we'll talk and you guys will put on our makeup. We're doing Poison Ivy tonight. I like not telling you guys who I'm doing until the day of. That way you're like, oh, who are we doing? We're doing Poison Ivy tonight, and all three of us are doing it. So when we switch products, we'll tell you what we're using and potentially where you can find it if we remember. And if there's anything you want to see a close-up of, let us know in chat, and we'll zoom in on that person so you can know. And we'll just go ahead and get started. So it should be fun. I will say I have my makeup on from earlier. All I did was remove my eye makeup. So I have my foundation on, which is Lancome. I actually brought it in here because somebody asked me last time what foundation I use. I use 3 different kinds. Mostly I use the Lancome, this one, and it's 210 Buff Neutral, Natural, whatever. And I've also already have my contour on, so we'll just start. You guys excited?
Yes.
We're doing our own take on Poison Ivy, so all three of us will probably look a little different. But I'm excited to see it. I'm excited that 3 of us are doing it, and it's not just one. So let's get started. I'm starting off with Take by Tarte. I use a shade lighter than what my skin tone is because I also use it for contouring. And this one's Fair Beige. I put it on around my eyes, kind of like a base for your eyes, because I'm doing concealer at the same time. I use the heck out of this stuff. I probably buy a new tube every 6 weeks. So
I just used the Tarte Drink H2O. You could get this at Sephora. This was just like a moisturizer on my face.
I have that. I love it. I'm almost out.
So I'm just using I always start with the serum because my skin is really dry. And if I don't, my foundation will look cakey. But this is I actually just get it at like TJ Maxx or Marshall's. They both have it. And it's like a $6 bottle of serum, but it works great for hydration and it doesn't destroy my bank account. So I've just been buying that for probably the past 2 or 3 years, and hopefully they never stop selling it. But
I totally just did I got an Ulta gift card for Christmas. Totally just did an Ulta haul. I just recorded it. It'll post later this month. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's like, why does it cost this much to take care of my skin? Like, why? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Because we're girls.
Yeah. I will say that I really like getting the glossy box advent calendar every year because they put that kind of stuff in there, and you're only paying like $100, and you get like $400 worth of stuff. I really like it.
I'll have to try that. I didn't know that was a thing.
I did a glossy box advent calendar unboxing. It's already posted. So if you want to see what kind of stuff comes in on, and it's similar every year. And then another thing is you can do the FabFitFun box, and those sometimes have products. Lena is in. I don't know if Lena's doing makeup, but she always comes in to help me do the chat and stuff so that I can focus on makeup. So welcome in, Lena. Why did I call you Lena? Lena.
I don't know. It's okay. I answer to anything right now.
Hello.
You got to come in. I know that you were working and had a long day. I had a long day.
It's become
I
long
just
hours.
used Too Faced for primer. If anybody was wondering, I'm sorry.
I also use Too Faced, but I use the Hangover one, like an all over face primer. That's from Ulta or Sephora or wherever you can buy Too Faced.
I use
Too Faced, yep.
primer. I don't think I didn't bring it in here because I have makeup from earlier. I put tape on my face.
Did you put tape on your face? I'm not going to mistake it for Band-Aids this time.
No, not Band-Aid, tape. I put tape on my face to make sure that there's a nice line there and I don't have to fake the line, and I like the tape.
Hashtag Christy's tape.
All right, I'm going in for eyeshadow, and I'm using Smashbox. It's a little Smashbox kit. I got this, I think, at TJ Maxx, but I'm going in for a basic color, for a nude color for my eyeshadow first. I could know.
I wonder if it's the same Smashbox that I have. It's not, but I do need.
Oh, it's in front of me.
So I'm using the NARS. Which one is it? The NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. I've gone through like 2 or 3 bottles of these, and I hate that I love it because it's NARS and it's expensive, but it works for my
NARS too. I love NARS.
I know that Lancome one you have, I love that one too. And I'm like, why can't I just like drugstore foundations? Like, why am I like this?
No, you don't like drugstore foundations because they suck.
I know, like they'll look good when you put them on, but they just don't make it through the day.
For an example of drugstore brand stuff, this is called Escape Artist by NYX. You can get this online at Walmart. Look at this. I dropped it once.
No.
Once. It did that.
Oh man. Well, what's weird is like everything else I'll use drugstore, or like I get a lot of Color Pop because they're affordable and you're gonna see a lot of Color Pop. But like with my base, like my concealer, my foundation, my primer, I tend to like go for like the prestige makeup at Ulta and like stuff like that. So it's interesting that like I don't know.
I like to get Too Faced stuff because they name it dirty names.
It's hilarious. Like honestly,
it's funny. I love it. No, but you know what? NARS is just as bad though. You have to really admit, like some of their blushes, it's like I love it, but I'm like, wow, it's out there.
There was one that was like a huge controversy. Like I don't know if I think you were probably in the beauty community during this too, Janelle. It was like barely legal or something. It was a lipstick, and
I remember.
And everybody was like, "Oh my God, NARS! Like that was a little far." Like,
I have one that has a racial name, and I don't ever use it on stream because it has a racial name, and I'm like, I am not using this, not on stream. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Rogue.
Sorry.
That's okay. Hi. Well, it's nice to meet you, ladies. I ride the bus in the morning with one of our, because I'm a special education para, and teacher is tired. But a couple of the girls in the back were talking, and I turned and go, "You guys, you were on a bus. You need to talk about appropriate things." And they went, "Mrs. Hall, we're talking about our makeup." And I went, "Show me." I went, "Show me." And I was like, "Holy cow!" I'm like, "Okay, let's not talk about makeup on the bus."
They do make dirty names.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, so I use that Escape Artist NYX palette to just do a neutral base color. And you can get that online at Walmart. You cannot get it in the store. They don't sell huge palettes like that, but you can get it online. And now I'm about to use my Revolution Disney Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington palette. I'm using Oogie Boogie color, which is a light green right here.
So I just use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I live and die by this concealer. It's ridiculously but it's huge, which is nice. But like, I used to swear by drugstore concealer because I was like, nah, I am not paying more than $7 for a concealer, and then this came out. And now I'm
Katrina goes ask the road if he's trying to get tips. And he goes, I feel like I'm at a pajama party. I'm making popcorn.
Yes.
Oh my God, it would be so fun to get pajamas and do this.
He's painting his nails. I'm sure they're beautiful.
Are they?
He would be the boyfriend that crashed in his,
I am using
his makeup.
Tarte.
The Roe would be that boyfriend who dresses up as a girl and tries to crash the slumber party to find out what his girlfriend really thinks about him.
Oh, he
Maybe.
would.
Hey, the Roe, happy birthday. I know your birthday was like 2 days ago. Happy birthday.
Thank you for posting links, Katrina. She's everywhere. Yeah. I don't know how she does it.
I just added her as a moderator the other day. I hadn't messed with my moderators in months and added her.
I just use the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder foundation. I like to set my foundation with powder foundation because I'm just excessive like that, I guess. I like the extra coverage. But yeah. Let's see.
I forgot about this. Like, is it just me, or do the Disney eyeshadows not have as much pigment as all the others?
My ColourPop ones do, but I feel like my Makeup Revolution ones could definitely have a little more pigment.
Okay, it's not just me because this is Revolution.
Yeah, I have the Sally version of that. No, you're good.
I've got both of them. Yeah.
Gonna use my Cinderella palette for a light green up here, if anybody was wondering. This came from Sephora. This is like an old palette, so unfortunately I did see it on Amazon, but if you can still really find it there, maybe you could find it. I hope.
I love that palette. I was like in college and like super poor when they did the Cinderella MAC collection, and I'm still salty that I don't have that stuff, but it's fine.
I want to see the colors in your pirate one when you get to it.
Ooh, is she using the Pirates one?
That one I'll show you.
Yeah,
I have that one too. I love it. I just use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer.
Nose itches.
I'll always like brush my nose with my makeup brushes on accident, and then I'm like,
you have makeup on your nose.
The Rose says
what girls go through to achieve their sparkle.
Yep, that's what I was just about to read. Agreed. Here's the extent of my makeup in the morning.
Eyeliner and what's the other one?
Mascara.
Yeah.
Because it's going on at 4:45 in the morning.
I'm a preschool teacher, and I literally just put I do my skincare and put eyebrow gel on, and I go. I'm too tired. I do my makeup to film. But yeah,
I would do the same thing, but I will wake up at 6 o'clock and do my makeup. I cannot go out of the house looking like a hot mess.
I used to
eyeshadow, even with used stuff.
I used to
do my makeup every day.
I liked if I got a full night's rest and I wasn't exhausted when I leave, I would do it every day because I like doing it. But because I get up so early and I'm just like, I don't want anything on my face. I don't want anything to touch me. I am tired. Because I sleep till the last second. I'm like, I wake up 15 minutes before I leave for work. Like, that's how quick I'm like, let's go. So I just use the ColourPop Enchanted Mirror. It's like the Belle blush. It looks like this. It's very nice, neutral shade.
I went to a darker green, but in the same Jack Skellington palette, and it's called Undersea Gal.
Ooh.
Okay. So now I'm using my Lorac palette, and it is from Lorac Pirates of Dead Men Tell No Tales. I'm going for
Can I make it big? I want
and then
I love that palette so much. It's so cool.
it's so beautiful. I love it.
Do they still make them?
I believe so. The last time I ever found this was on Amazon. I bought this on bought this at TJ Maxx. I think it was like $20.
Nice.
I just
That
used
was
the
the last time that I seen it.
Anastasia glow kit. This is the which one? It doesn't say. It's a glow kit, but it's like that neutral one. And I took this highlight shade on my high points. Let's see. Now we can do eyebrows.
Rummage through my greens.
But yeah, when I was in high school, I can tell you, I can remember like one day that I didn't put in my extensions and like do my makeup like every single morning, and I had a 0 hour. And I look back and I'm like, how did she do that?
It's like it's a whole different person, right?
I'm like, where did she go?
Why doesn't coffee and no sleep work anymore?
Oh, I know. Yeah, when I was in college, I gave up. I was like, listen, I have a boyfriend. I don't need. But I like doing my makeup for myself, but it was more like, I was just so tired all the dang time. Like, I had 3 jobs. It was just not, I was just done.
Oh, I switched palettes. I'm on the Morphe palette. And I'm using the bright green color. It doesn't have a name. Or it does, but I don't know where that paper went. So
what is the makeup theme for tonight?
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Okay, I'm guessing that's a villain.
Yes.
Okay.
She's a decent villain.
Yeah.
I'm learning more working at the middle school. So my husband's probably going to come and go, you don't know who Poison Ivy is?
There's some comics where she isn't bad, but that whole universe is typically she's bad.
Sorry guys, I'm over here playing with makeup and I'm trying to figure out if this is green. Yes, it's DC.
Yes. Even though, the guy that wrote the Marvel comics actually also wrote DC, but he sold it to whoever he sold DC off. So I'm just kind of like, that explains why I like them both, I guess, so much.
Yeah. When it comes to like movies and TV shows, I prefer the DC TV shows over the Marvel TV shows, and the Marvel movies over the DC TV shows.
Batman is actually my favorite superhero, and they've done Batman. Y'all might have a different opinion. They've done Batman so wrong ever since like after Dark Knight. Like, Dark Knight was amazing. Janelle's laughing because she knows.
No, I know because I love the movies. Like, I admit, like, I love them all, but I think they should have just ended it with Christian Bale because, like, I have the hots for him.
Yes, he was great in all of those movies, and Ben Affleck has never been Batman, so.
He was the perfect, like, him and Joe and the guy and Heath Ledger, like, it was just a really good cast, and he just did the darkness, like, so well. Like, part of what DC is, it's really depressing.
Yeah.
So, and I think, like, recently DC is trying to kind of do the Marvel thing, and it's, like, making the DC fans, like, mad because, like, people like DC because they like to be sad. So,
and Marvel's comical.
Right. And I love them both. My favorite superhero is just Batman. He always has been, but I know like the new one came out, and at first I was like super angry, but then I saw the trailer and I'm like, okay, Robert Pattinson, don't disappoint me. Like, please do it right. Like,
I didn't realize the trailer was out already.
oh yeah, it was okay. So I watched it and I was like, okay, you did that way better than I thought you would in the trailer. So I'm like, don't disappoint me, sir.
Well, Robert Pattinson, he's not a bad actor. He just had a bad actress with him on Twilight.
No, so I thought he was great in Twilight. That's the problem. Like when I see him, I see Cedric and Edward. Like,
Yeah.
like, and so I'm like, no, sir, you are not Batman.
Oh yeah, he was like a really bad Batman.
But when I saw him in the trailer, I was like, okay, prove me wrong, Robert. Prove me wrong. Like,
I'm moving to my Jaclyn Hill palette, and there is a enchanted green in here. It's really dark right here, so it's almost looks black, but it's still green. I'm using that.
so for my eyebrows, I just use the e.l.f. brow pencil and the e.l.f. brow gel. Target, Walmart.
I am using. Awesome. I'm winning with my Born This Way concealer. I got this at, I believe, Sephora or wherever else you can find it, like even at Ulta. So this is where we're using right now.
The mirror in your background is beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
Thank you. My boyfriend helped me paint it. To make it look
Beautiful.
rustic.
So I'm gonna use the ColourPop child palette. He's so cute. I died when this came out, and then Janelle messaged me, and I was like, "Girl, I already got it." But I'm gonna take this green shade and try not to blind you guys with the mirror right here.
Oh, nothing's worse than sitting on a dark school bus for 30 minutes for them to flip on the lights, and you're like, "Oh, my eyes."
So my kids like nap, right? Because I'm a preschool teacher.
Right.
One of the I float, so I just break people. But one of the rooms that I'm in, like the teacher makes it so dark. Like she has blackout fabric for the windows, and so when I walk in from the outside, I can literally feel my pupils dilating.
Naps. I wonder if we can implement that in middle school.
I would do it.
They may not be so cranky.
When I was in middle school, I totally would have taken a nap. Are you kidding? I miss nap time.
I miss Heads Up 7-Up because I would fall asleep.
I love nap time.
Oh, that was
Me
a
too.
game.
I'm using a Kat Von D little palette called Ludwig. This is made back like 2008. I don't know if they make them anymore, but I know she makes more palettes. This is the palette I'm using, and I'm going for these two green colors that are here as well. I can find there now.
Okay, I am officially happy with my darkness on my eyes, so I'm now taking a Luxie brush and going back to my Tarte Shape Tape, and because I have hooded eyes, I'm going to create a fake crease for my hooded eyes. Call it a cut crease.
Katrina says she has a nap time every day, and I'm like, just rub it in.
Where you got the shelf? It's ColourPop, so that it's a website called ColourPop. Ulta sells their products, but they don't have the child palette on their website.
I think ColourPop is the brand that sent me some liquid eyeshadow to do a review on a while back.
I love them. Like, I'm gonna just give you an idea of the pigment in these things. Like, if you can see, like, look how intense that is.
It is amazing.
Like, what? and this palette was like, I think it was less than $15, which was nice.
Daniel Martin, welcome in. We're glad that you're here. Welcome to Makeup Stream with Christy's Corner, Janelle Dean, A Whole New World, and Caitlin Christine.
Yes, that's my brother.
Oh, hello. Hey, Katrina, I found it. I threw the link in the chat. I don't know if it popped up or not. but it's $16.
Lena, are you blue on there?
No, I'm not.
Let me add you.
But I have all the Disney ColourPop palettes because the first one I got, I was like, oh my god, this is the best eyeshadow ever. And so now every time they come out with one, I'm like, thanks.
That's my school paycheck just goes for ColourPop.
Well, and they make such beautiful color stories in their palettes. Like, they make them look so appealing. It was funny when she said Poison Ivy. This is the first palette I thought of because I was like, yes, it has green in it. I can use it.
You start mentally going through your color palettes, but okay, what has green?
Yes.
I have so many that I always have to go through my palettes.
I have a lot of palettes, but I buy a lot of neutral palettes. So like I have to really think about it because I don't have a lot of like super colorful palettes that have like greens and things like that. So I was like, oh no, and then I was like, wait, I have that Grogu palette.
I'm switching my palette to the Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette. I am going for the color called Dagger. I got this at, I believe, Ulta. I got this as a Christmas present from my boyfriend's mom. So I'm going in with that.
I like Urban Decay. Lena, it should be blue now.
That's one of my favorites.
No, oh yeah, just click. It's over.
That smoky palette, I love it. I'm starting to like hit pan on a lot of my shadows, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna buy another one.
Welcome in, Sam Marie.
Oh, I'm not Caitlin because you know why? With me having a short wrist, I don't do my makeup no more. It's just so basic.
I only do it like if I go out, which isn't really happening, or like if I'm, yeah. So I'm gonna switch to my Makeup Revolution Sally palette, and I'm gonna use, there's like a black in here I want to use, but I don't know. Oh, okay, so it's Jack.
Dang it.
I'm gonna go to my dance class, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, you really,
you is extra,
yeah,
you is extra girl."
You are feeling inspired for dance class tonight.
Yes.
Okay, I did my cut crease. Now I've got to do color in it.
And yeah, just for those in chat, yes, if you work at a school, you still get school emails at like 7:30 at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I get them for my kids at 7:30.
You do.
The parents, the kids, the other teachers, and I'm like, could you not encourage this? Like, could you not respond to them?
Well, we've got a massive staffing issue right now. One of the
I'm going
teachers
back to my Jack palette, and I'm going to use the Oogie Boogie and the Everyday Screen in conjunction because one's sparkly and one's matte, and I just kind of want to mix it up. Sorry, go ahead, Lena.
No, it's okay. There's one of the teachers just decided she wasn't coming back with no explanation.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
So if the higher ups know, they're not telling the people dealing with the kids. So
Lovely.
yeah. So they're like, by the way, you're gonna have a new schedule starting Tuesday, and I'm like, we just had the new schedule starting today.
Sounds like a school to me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm getting my master's in counseling. So eventually I'll be in a high school. I won't be in preschool forever. Thank God.
Oh, they're so cute at that age, though. My mom is a special ed para for Head Start.
So I love them. I do. They're so adorable. But like, I just do better with older kids.
Yeah, but these ones don't mouth off to you, typically.
Wait, what? So what? What? Sorry.
The little ones don't mouth off to you.
Oh, they do.
I
No,
don't
they
know.
do. Believe it or not, they do.
school when they were
Let,
when my
let
son was
me and Caitlin tell you.
I walked into my kid's school when he was 3, his daycare, and one little boy just ran up to me and headbutted me in the crotch. I was like, what the crap?
Yep. No, see, so like I come from like high needs mental health. So like I've been called every name, and I'm sure you know. I've been called every name in the book. When I hear something new, it's like funny to me. So like,
Hey, you helped me. Way to go. Kudos to you.
Yeah, so like for me, it's like the mouthing off just kind of is funny. Like I'm just like, oh, okay.
I let them meld off, and then you know what I do, Caitlin? I tell them, you know what? Go sit over there and go get timeout. That's how much I like you. Go over there and take timeout. They're like, why? And I say, because you just meld off to me. What do you think? Go.
One time I'll tell them we're not friends anymore, and they're like,
oh, it devastates them. It devastates them that you don't want to be their friend.
yeah. So I'm just gonna use.
I'm switching.
Sorry, Nightmare Palette, the glittery dark green color. It's Frog's Breath.
I am going
like the
with
name
my
of the
foundation, and I'm using the Wet and Wild foundation. This works amazing for my drug people because this is really good for $5 and very matte if you're oily like me.
I have one palette that's a Morphe palette, and I can't remember the name of the palette itself, but the names are like One Night Stand and things like that. And I'm like, what the crap?
Yep. And then it's like you do have a lot of preteens using makeup, like 12, 13-year-olds. And it's like, I think Too Faced had like there was a really natural like Too Faced palette. It was like my first eyeshadow palette that I wanted, and my mom's looking at the names and she's like, "This is a perfectly fine palette, but I don't want to buy it for you because
of the names." Kay says, I love the names of Essie nail polish.
Oh, yes. Essie has some very unique names.
Christy, you need to do a video of just all of the eyeshadow palettes that you have.
I have a lot. I should, yeah. Well, I did do, so I got a lot of palettes for Christmas, and my Christmas haul is coming out. It came out today, I think. Maybe. I think it came out today or last week. And I go over all the names in my palettes that I got for Christmas. Not all my palettes, just the ones I got for Christmas.
Whoa. Throwback to the 90s. Katrina says, my first makeup ever was Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen makeup.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes,
90s.
Mine was Clinique because that's what
You're
my
making
mom
me
did.
feel so old.
That was my one of my best friends. Her mom, all she bought her at first was Clinique makeup.
Mine was Estee Lauder.
Ooh.
Nah, that's nice.
Mine was nothing. I wasn't allowed to wear makeup.
Well, my dad would let me get free makeovers at the Estee Lauder counter on the military base.
Oh yeah, okay.
And one day he just handed me his credit card and said, "Here, buy whatever you want."
Whoa.
And
Wow.
that was mainly because my older brothers had annoyed him. And by older, I mean 16 and 18 years older than I am.
Okay, my brother, I'm 12 years older than my brother.
So, yeah, they had annoyed him. So my first makeup was
I'm going
Estee
in
Lauder.
with my Revlon Stay Color press powder, if you were wondering.
Okay,
But go on, I'm sorry I cut you off.
Clinique is great. I use a combination of pretty much whatever I walk by and go, oh, I like that.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed. You use what you like, you know what I mean? So I still actually, there's a Clinique mascara I really like. I just haven't been buying it because I've been buying drugstore makeup or Clinique or drugstore mascara.
That is drugstore Clinique, so I mean, hey.
Is it? Oh, I thought they
say.
only sold it at like Ulta and like Because they don't sell it at like Walmart or Target, do they?
No, I thought they.
Clean the drugstore brand would be like your drugstore the off version.
I'm going into the colors and also using the frog's breath color.
Hello, Lynn's studio. Welcome in.
Why are you copying? I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm getting tired. I'm excited to see what our takes are on it.
We're glad that you're here, Lynn.
I'm going back into my Kat Von D palette. Going back into this palette, I am gonna be a daredevil and go for contour, but for purple contour instead to contour.
See, if I
don't talk to you guys, I'm probably gonna be facing this back mirror because I need a bigger mirror. I am sorry.
You're fine.
You guys know.
Contour. I feel like I look like a totally different person in the contour.
See, if I wasn't going to dance, I would have went a little more all out, but
I went running. So after I did my Ursula makeup, I went out and ran, and my neighbors were giving me the craziest looks. I'm like,
I guess I don't. It's more like if I sweat and it runs in my eyeballs, I'm not going to be happy.
Oh, burn. People guys do not understand the pain of having makeup run into your eyeballs.
Dude, it burns.
No, and it is painful. Oh, I moved over to soup color on the same palette.
I'm like, okay, Christy's going to take a dinner break.
I think I'm like, it's too light of a green. I need a transition green. Yeah, look. Okay, I'm going back to the Morphe James palette and using the darker sparkly green.
I have Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. My boyfriend's sister got it for me for Christmas, and I love that thing.
Yeah, I have that one, and I have the Jaclyn Hill palette too. Like she had two. Love. And I have like the Morphe Naturals too.
Morphe's another really good like shadow brand that's not super expensive.
Yeah, reasonably priced.
Okay, Christy, this will make you laugh. I just glanced at you out of the top corner of my eye, and the way the shadow was hitting your hand, it looked like you had some big scar going up the side of your face. That's going. When did she draw that on? Did I fall asleep?
Because there's been a lapse in time. Like,
what just happened? There's like this weird shadow through her hand, and I'm sitting here going, "What is going on?"
I haven't decided if I'm going to draw stuff on my face yet or not. We're just winging it right now.
I have yet to adventure into that realm of things. I always like when I do inspired looks, I just kind of like go with the color eyeshadow and the lips. But like I've always liked the, you know how people do like the jewels, like the stuff. I've always loved that.
Oh, and I went to the Jack Skellington palette, and I'm using Toy Duck.
So I'm gonna guess that's yellow.
Yeah, it's like a shade of yellow. I was just trying to brighten up the corners on here.
Pretty scary.
So, Christy, I signed up to do a virtual 5K for Run Disney.
Oh, nice. I've done a couple of the virtual ones.
I'm doing
Which one?
Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Okay, it is Poison Ivy. It's a DC villain. But it's on a Friday, and I work all day. So I'm gonna get up and do it on Saturday. And it's supposed to be like really cold and gross. So I found a Leslie Sandstone walk with me on YouTube that's 3-point-something miles. So I'm like, if I complete that, I've completed it. So
I went to Sandy Claus red, and I'm kind of lining the bottom of my lid.
Welcome in here for a moment in Kelly's crazy Disney addiction.
Hi, Kelly.
I am going in. I'm going in my Tarte Test eyeliner to draw in some eyeliner on my eyes. Oh,
I'm doing it.
So if you see me randomly dancing, it's because my husband's watching a taped video of one of our favorite shows from Branson, Missouri, and I can hear part of it. So I'm sitting here like dancing along the music in the other room.
How was your New Year's date? Virtual date?
Me?
Yeah, you were doing that virtual thing.
Oh yeah, it was a great show. It lasted until like 12:30. Sam,
Wow.
you fell asleep like halfway through it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Happy New Year. Let's go to the bedroom. Let's go to bed.
Like, no, it happens.
Kelly, they are doing makeup inspired by Poison Ivy from the DC Comics.
Oh crap! I didn't find.
Thank you, Kelly. I hope your day's been good too.
dang it.
Okay, I am now going to just this NYX Professional Makeup retractable eyeliner white, and just doing the little corners here to kind of open up my eyes a little bit.
So I'm about to use the Dose of Color. It's like just a Minnie Mouse red liquid lipstick. And I got that from Ulta. I don't know if they're still selling it. Maybe Dose of Color's website would be, but I did get it from Ulta.
Okay, I am going in with some Maybelline tattoo eyeliner for tight lining my eyes.
I'm going in with Fake Awake. Oh, I'm dropping it into the floor.
Yes, the Dose of Colors, their Minnie Mouse collection is actually even on sale.
Ooh, there you go. I wonder if I have.
Kay Atwood says she has that lipstick.
Yes, it's me.
Oh, that's pretty.
All right. So now I'm going in with my eyeliner, and it is Too Faced Better Than Sex.
Haha.
That's its name. It's liquid.
I do love that mascara though. That mascara is like, what is this?
It is amazing.
What is this one? Oh, like this is Urban Decay. It's Perversion.
I'm going into my Morphe palette. This is my eyeshadow. I mean, not even my eyeshadow. This is my eyebrow palette right here to make my eyebrows look red for Poison Ivy.
So I didn't say I did use this Essence Lash Princess mascara. It's the green one. I don't think Target has them anymore, but I know Ulta and maybe Walmart carries them. They're like $3, but it's such great mascara. Ears.
Okay.
Then I just use this MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Rose spray to set the makeup because I'm done because I don't do a lot of like eyeliner and stuff. But that's at Ulta or MAC's website.
I forgot to mention this Morphe eyebrow palette. It's actually from Amazon. I know they don't sell it anymore. It's very hard to find. I think I got it like 3 years ago. But I am going into my Becca palette, and I'm called Goddess, and I'm going for this color Lava right here, And I'm gonna put some of it on my eye to brighten up my eye a little bit.
Oh, those two blues at the top are beautiful.
Yeah, Becca makes
Oh,
like
this
some
one?
really pretty makeup. I know you can't see it very well, but I have these ears on because they made me think of her. You're like an emerald green. Oh wait, do I wanna? I think I want to use this. I hate when I find things that I forget about. So I'm gonna take this Stila. Is this glitter and glow or glitter and glow? Glitter and glow, like it's like a liquid eyeshadow, and it's in Tulip Twinkle. Very majestic. Yeah, I know that's exactly what I.
Oh wow.
I'm going back in with my concealer and doing my under eye since I've removed the tape. And I have a base sponge that I use.
Oh wow.
Use a base sponge.
Too orange. Wow. Yeah, Catwoman. I think. I feel like Catwoman now. Well, that will be it for that.
A lot of people dislike that I dislike Catwoman, but she frustrates me because she like taunts Batman. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be good." Just kidding. I'm gonna stab you in the back. Oh wait, no, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna help you. And it's like back and forth, and I'm like, Catwoman, I'm done. I'm tired.
Fighting with her good and bad side. She can't help it.
She can.
I always crazy Disney addiction was kids. Was the emerald ears.
She just frustrates me. Like I'm just like, can you just pick? Like either be bad or be good. Just pick.
So the liquid eyeliner
personality
on my top, I'm going in with this Ulta Beauty pencil liner underneath just a little bit.
You know what? I need a contour. You know what? I'm gonna go in with my NARS contour palette to help with my nose because I think I put on too much glitter on my cheeks and can't get rid of it. In here.
I can't see it. It looks good to me.
I look orange. It feels like I got beat up. I think with that glitter.
And then I'm going to go in with this Lancome waterproof emerald green eyeliner.
Oh goodness.
Pretty. I feel like I should do more colored eyeliners. I just never buy them because I feel like I never play with it. I'm so bored. Like I usually do like really neutral like looks because that's just what I like on me. But then when I want to like do fun things like this, I have nothing to work with.
For my mascara, I'm using Tarte Man Eater. This is like one of my favorites to use.
She's a man eater.
You could get this at Ulta or even I believe Sephora.
I used that whole palette up. I loved that palette, the palette, the Man Eater one, because I really like the warm tones.
Yes, I love it.
Kelly's crazy Disney addiction says, I tried to put false eyelashes on and the glue ended up on my cheeks.
Oh no. I've got
I have issues with false eyelashes too. I just went in with this jewel light to open up my corners a little bit.
So like I'm a dancer, so like when we do performances, my studio, like I was in high school, they want us to wear false lashes. And I always have to like go to MAC and have them do my makeup that day because I cannot put false lashes on. I get the glue in my eye. Like my mom tried it, she got the glue in my eye. I was like, oh, no, we're done. I'm over this. So I just like, I was debating getting eyelash extensions actually, but I'm scared.
Now I'm going back in with another mascara, and funny enough, I am using Too Faced Better Than Sex to make my eyelashes really long. Ulta or Sephora for this one as well.
I went back to the Morphe palette, and I'm doing green shadow under my eye.
So do you have an outfit picked out, Christy, for your picture for Instagram yet?
Nope, I never picked out ahead of time. I usually just wing it. I just have a hard time picking stuff out ahead of time.
The shirt that you picked out last week for the Harley Quinn was like perfect.
I was actually
right
my Christmas. It was my Christmas Disney shirt, and I just wore it backwards.
Okay, it was perfect.
Thanks. I just went into the bedroom and started rummaging around. I was like, oh, this will work.
I did stitch. So I went to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party in 2017. Yeah, 2017. And I wore like a stitch onesie, and I did like this like blue like eyeshadow. And I was like, I was like, oh, that looks so great. And I'm like, yeah, don't get used to it because I never do this. But I always do. It's always like that neutral glittery shadow, and then like a dark brown or like a dark black. Like I always do that. So I liked this opportunity because I'm like, okay, cool. I can like take my palettes that I never use
down there later. Just say yeah. Pizza.
Oh, this is MAC mascara, but I can't remember what the name of it is. It came in the MAC advent calendar box this year.
They have this one mascara. I think it's like Gigalash or something, and it makes my eyelashes super long, and I love it. But they like don't have it at Ulta, and I buy all my stuff from Ulta because of like the rewards, and I'm just like, dang it.
Oh yeah, I just racked up on some reward points the other day.
Oh yeah, that's what I love about like their reward system is like 10 times better than Sephora. Sephora's like, oh, you have like 10,000 points. Here's a little tiny sample that's this big.
Yeah.
Or they'll revoke your points and go, oh, we shouldn't have given you that many.
Are you still using my disc?
Now I'm going in with It Cosmetics / Blowout mascara.
Ooh.
Okay, even better. Oh, feel better.
I've actually been meaning to do like a video on my like Disney makeup collection because of ColourPop, I have so much, and like Lorac, and I just keep forgetting to do it. But like I was talking to, it was like Janelle and Barika. There's like a bunch of us, and we were just like showing off all of our Disney makeup, and I didn't realize like how much I had until I was going through it, and I was like, oh, this could like be a video that people might like.
Well,
I'm just using my Kat B palette and everything.
And then this one is Black Magic mascara, Drama and Curl. It's a travel size, and it's literally a curled end.
Okay. I'm going in with my last thing, and this is my Kat Von D liquid lipstick. This is in the color Outlaw. You get this at Sephora, and I believe at Ulta as well.
Love that color.
Outlaw is a really good shade, yeah. She's made a lot of iconic like lipsticks. Like there's certain shades that you just like. I just know the name of them.
Has.
They don't dry though. They stay very wet.
I see, and I like that because so like this one dries really well and it stays, but like I kind of prefer a more like a demi matte finish just because like when it dries up like that, it's like uncomfortable for me.
But see, for me, it's like you put it on, you take a drink, and it smears over half your face. It looks like you're like a vampire trying to suck somebody's blood. You know what I mean?
I know. I seriously like Starbucks, so they have the cups that you don't need the straw for. I'm like, no, please give me the straw.
Yeah.
You don't understand. My makeup will end up on my forehead. You know?
So I'm taking the eyeshadow, and I decided because I like to make it look more cartoonish but still keep it glam, I've decided to do a little contour down my face in the green.
Ooh. Okay. I feel like a vampire now. Welcome to Vampire Diaries, Caitlin. That's how
I
I
was
make
an
it feel.
extra on that show
And I broke a pellet.
You were an extra on Vampire Diaries?
multiple times. Yeah, they filmed in Atlanta.
What do you know what episodes you were in?
The episode for Caroline's birthday, and it's also the episode where they're raising money to replace the bridge. I'm in the episode where Stefan is on the phone with Klaus, and he has what's her face, Catherine or Kate, whatever her name is. And he's after her at the dinner party.
That's pretty
How
cool,
bad I broke
Christy.
my pellet.
He bumped right into me. You see me probably like 3 or 4 times.
See, I've never. Oh, there goes my light.
You need to do a video on that, Christy.
Ouch. A video being an extra TV shows. I've been in several TV shows
You
and
should. That's really interesting. Because then people will go, I want to find her in these episodes.
I've always thought about doing something like that, but I always feel because I was like a theater kid and I like love acting and stuff, but like I would never want to be like that involved. You know what I mean? But like I've always been like, I wonder if that would be like a good little side thing. Like I wonder if that would be fun. But
And Janelle said she broke a pallet.
no,
I did.
I don't know. Do we like
And
it?
I broke a block out of here.
I can remove it if we don't like it. Do we like it?
Well, I love it.
The
That's
green,
pretty.
even down the side of the
I
nose?
like it.
Yeah, it works.
Okay. I kind of want to make my nose look thinner, though. I wonder, like, if I bring it in a little bit.
Maybe to lighten up my face, I'm gonna go in with some blush. I forgot I had this. This is my Kat Von D. It's called, I believe it's Poet. And I got this at, I think, Marshalls for like $10, I think.
Marshalls and
Kinda
TJ Maxx
give my face some-
is so good for like getting high-end makeup for really good prices. So good.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Peanut butter. Hi, peanut butter. Okay.
I almost thought that was a weird black wig for a second. Okay, I am about to put myself to bed. Weird stuff on Chrissy's face. Then I think she's playing with the wig. Kelly wants to know if did you break the powder or the palette itself?
The powder. And it was my good block out of this palette. This isn't my favorite.
No.
Oh,
But I guess I'm going to be finding another new palette with the color black, I guess.
The smoky, or is it really dark gray? The Naked Smoky palette, doesn't it have a black or no? It might be glittery black.
Ooh, no.
I just put glitter
It's
shadow.
called Black Market. It's called Black Market. This is the color. No, wait, where's my camera?
Oh, that's nice.
See, I was a horrible beauty guru.
No, same. I never like I just kind of talked and did my makeup. Like I would swatch like when I did hauls, but when I was like actually doing like I just did like the chatty get ready with me stuff because I was like, listen, I'm not claiming to be an expert. I'm just doing my makeup and talking. That's really it. Like, if you enjoy it, great. If not, that's fine. Like,
So I use my emerald green eyeliner, and I did this.
cute.
I think I'm only going to do it on the one side, though, because I don't want it to be, I don't want it to look funny.
You know, I'm going to go back in a little bit of bronzing up my face with this Kat Von D with a color that's like a little bit of a light green.
But I do think I'm going to take this brush and spray on my Urban Decay All-Nighter and use it to moisten the brush and put a little color shadow on it to darken this up a little.
Well, Christy, thank you so much for having me on. I am going to have to go to bed because I have to be up in less than 8 hours. So,
yay.
Okay. Have a good night.
Good night. Thank you for being here. It was fun.
Yes, thank you. It was so nice to meet you too. And I have subscribed to both of your channels.
Thank you.
If you have not subscribed to these three lovely ladies in the up here, Christy, Janelle, and Caitlin, make sure to scroll up in the chat. Katrina has wonderfully been providing the links to the channels up there. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you another night. I am headed out.
Thank you. Have a good night.
I do want to say I hit 500 subscribers because of y'all, so thank you. I really appreciate you.
Awesome.
Yay!
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Christy.
Well, you guys can come on anytime you want and do this with me.
Oh, yeah, I would totally. I love it. It's fun. I'll click them on again.
This is fun.
Yeah, it gives me a chance to, like, do the makeup thing because, like, I don't do it all the time anymore, so I miss it.
I do it every day except on the weekend.
I don't miss it that much, but I would do it. I would do this.
Like, I miss, like, doing it.
To come back on here.
Yeah, this is fun. I like the idea of, like, taking a character and, like, I love that. It's fun.
Well, I come again.
Yeah.
We can keep that chat going in Instagram, and I'll just keep it an open invitation and post the link anytime.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love that. Thank you, Katrina.
Now I want to do, so I went in with my Morphe dark green color and colored this in. And I'm going to do a lighter color with it.
That's pretty.
I love it.
Thanks. Got to give it a little dimension.
I'm moving things on my bed.
I was like, I normally film in front of like a Disney shelf, but I was like, I'm just going to stay at my vanity and then I'll have everything if I need it.
I don't have a vanity. I'm using like my bed. I should use the bathroom instead.
I have a vanity, but it's in the bedroom where my husband is.
I kicked my boyfriend out. I was like, bye. He was like, thanks.
Okay. I think I'm done with this piece. Maybe. Maybe not. I like a lot of dimensions, so I'm likely to just keep adding colors.
Oh, no, I did that too. Like, I found my Stila thing, and I was like, wait, I forgot I had this. And then I had to, like, blend everything out again.
I'm not using my hair being this dark.
Okay, so here's how it looks.
Pretty. I love that. I love the leaves.
I had inspired.
It makes it look more like bam, like there in your face. That's why I like it.
It's okay on just one side. It doesn't have to be on both.
I almost like went to like the store to see if I could find some like gems for this, and then I was like, but then you're gonna have to take it off. Like I was like, I don't want to like, because if I go to dance and I like sweat them off, and that's gonna be a problem. So I just was like, I won't.
So green lashes leave the not lashes, green brows, leave the brows, or red brows?
I think red.
Red?
Yeah.
Red.
Okay, so before I do the brow, I'm gonna like give my top up here just a little bit of definition with white from the Morphe palette and kind of separate the brow line from the shadow. Red. Luckily, I already have a brush here that has pink on it.
Right now.
So move red onto the red. I'm going to use the Morphe palette red because I feel like it has more pigment than the Jack Skellington one.
The theme is Poison Ivy, Kelly. She's a DC villain.
My hand is gonna be screaming later in pain.
I'm sorry,
The
Janelle.
most I've done no, my hand. This is like the most it's ever done of makeup. Now it's like killing me right now. I'd be drugging myself out with makeup. I mean, with the painkillers.
Yeah.
I guess I should put like a red shirt on or a green shirt. Red or green? When I go to take pictures.
Green.
Green, because her whole outfit's like leaves.
Green.
And green.
Okay, now let's do it. I can't decide really. I've got a couple of them here.
And I have so many reds so I actually really like how red looks on me, but it makes me so anxious because I'm like prone because I drink things like all the time, so I mess it up. I'm like always like water, like whatever, but
Well, this one's like a red to pink kind of paint.
ooh, wait, I think is that Stila?
It's glitter magic shimmer shifting lip color.
Oh, I have like a Stila one that's like that. It's like a it's like glitterati or something like that.
Is that too pink? Should I go with the red or is that good?
I like it.
I think I'll probably do multiple colors. That's what I do. I layer them.
I like when people do the like almost like what is it called? Is it like a halo?
lip?
Well, yeah, like but like you know how like when you do eyeshadow and it's like that halo cut crease or whatever where you have the thing at the center? Like when people do that like on their lips, like just the glitter in the center. I've always thought that was pretty.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
This is like a glitter paint.
It's really pretty.
It is a paint. It like dries immediately. Night down scale. This is a MAC red. Its color is Cockney. All right.
These are some interesting names.
I like to layer my colors for whatever reason.
I like to do that with like lipsticks and lip glosses. Like I like to do reds and then I didn't do it for this look because I wanted it to be like super red and matte, but like have this Mulan gold lipstick or lip
Nice.
gloss and I love to put it over reds.
I have did I bring it? I have this really cool new gold lip gloss. I don't think I brought it in here. I didn't, but I have one that sits in here at my desk all the time, but it's not gold. I'm going to use Bare Minerals VIP Matte. It's one of my favorites.
I love the like the Becca lip glosses, and I just got like a Kylie lip gloss, and I love that. But I tend to like stray towards lip glosses just because they're more comfortable for me. But like I like that the lipsticks last, but I'm like I always am reapplying stuff all day anyway though, so the lip gloss doesn't really bother me, I guess.
Okay. My 3 layers.
Pretty.
So it's shimmery underneath, and then the matte's over
I
it,
like
so it's
it.
like shimmer. I think I'll put this on over it though, just for fun. And this is also Bare Minerals, and I'll use it like. So I'll be sitting here and I'll be working, and say like a package comes in, and I want to record a video real quick. I just throw on some lips. Good to go. Let's record a video on my like break or something, my 15-minute break or my lunch break. Really, you can get a video recorded in like 10 minutes if you're recording a short one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I'm done. I may touch up with some loose powder just to kind of touch up the rest of my face. This is It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder.
That's another brand I really like. Their CC cream, I love
I
wearing
want
that.
to try it. I
I
want to
used to-
try it. There's a
when
lot
I
of
work-
makeup I don't buy.
Yeah. When I worked outside, I used the CC. I still use it because I like how dewy it is. But when I worked outside, I wore the CC cream a lot. It wasn't like too heavy, and I could still like wear makeup.
Well, I can't drink my drink now that I got lipstick on. And this is my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Powder, which is what I was using to spray on my brushes so that I could get the makeup on my face. I love how that feels.
Oh, it's so refreshing, honestly. Like that's why I love MAC Fix Plus. But I also like love the smell of MAC makeup because that's all I used when I was in high school. It's like when I use the foundation, I'm like, oh, like it all comes back.
I really love
It comes
Tarte,
back.
contour makeup at the Tardiest, what it's called. It smells like candy.
It does. It does. I used to have that palette. I used that one up. Nice.
So is everybody done?
Man down.
I am done.
Yes,
Let's do close
I
ups.
am.
Caitlin, you're first.
Okay. So this is what I did. I did like a lot of greens, a little bit of like a gray and black. It's hard to see because my laptop computer is not that great, but I have some like red, if you can tell, like some red glitter. And then I did a red lip. But this was the picture that was like, that was what I was using as inspiration. So it's not the same, but that was the vibe. I was
I use multiple pictures. You're fine. All right, I'm moving to you, Janelle. You ready?
All righty. Oh wow, I look a hot mess. So I had an inspiration, and it was her picture right here, if you could tell.
okay.
Not bad for my first time.
That's
So I try to
good.
blend out as much as I can. I wanted the same thing, but it's okay. It's doable. Still mix up with some blues and some greens, but overall, I think I like the makeup look.
That's good. So this one's my look.
I love it.
And then my inspiration, I had multiple pictures that I use as inspiration. This is one. That was another. And then this one was the other. So I definitely use multiples for inspiration.
Yeah,
All right.
I love how your contour turned out, Christy. That's so cool.
Oh, thank you. I do have to say that when you use like the lip paint and you put lipstick over it, sometimes it peels off. It's weird.
Oh yeah, how it'll like break apart or whatever. Like it'll lift. Yeah.
All right, I fixed it. I'm gonna end up with like lipstick on my teeth when I'm taking pictures, and then have to edit the lipstick off my teeth.
It's the worst. I get so mad. I'm like, why?
Oh my goodness.
All right, that does it. I am so impressed that all three of us finished within an hour.
I'm pretty quick usually, but that's mainly because I'm not super like I want to try to venture out a little more on like kind of doing like how you did the leaves and that kind of stuff. But I'm like nervous because I did like a cat thing like once for Halloween, and the whiskers were so hard for me. And I was like, man, I can't even do whiskers.
Yeah, I find it fun, even if I kind of mess up a little bit. I mean, the leaves aren't perfect, but I find it fun. So for everyone that is in chat or watching this later, I'm going to put a option of some choices to choose between for next week's on my story on Instagram. So be sure to vote on the story, and I'll probably also put it on my community tab on YouTube if everyone wants to vote and see who our next theme should be. I am leaving an open invitation for Janelle and Caitlin to come back anytime they want. So they may or not be here next week. They'll be in the chat. If they're doing something, they won't be here. If they're not, they can come back. And anyone that is into makeup and would like to come on at that point, just message me on Instagram and we'll work it out. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining. Please go check out both Caitlin and Janelle's channel, and go check out their Instagrams too. I can't remember if I linked their Instagrams down below. If I didn't, I'll be sure to do it next time they're on. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining.
Thank you for having us. Bye, everyone.
Thank you for having us.